Well, first of all, there are 4 forces acting upon the airplane. Those are thrust, drag, weight, and lift. Now, thrust is what makes the airplane move forward. The engines move the plane forward at a high speed, creating thrust. Now, drag is the force that opposes the airplane's movement through the air. There are 2 types of drag. There is parasite drag and induced drag. Parasite drag is comprised of all the forces working to slow an aircraft down. There are 3 types of drag that combine to form parasite drag. These are form drag, which is generated by the shape of the aircraft and the airflow around the aircraft. Now, skin friction drag is the aerodynamic resistance due to the contact of moving air and the surface of the aircraft. And interference drag, which occurs when air currents meet and restrict the smooth airflow. For example, this happens when air flowing over the fuselage or the body of the plane meets the air flowing around the wing. Now, where these 2 meet, they form a completely new current that is different than the original 2 currents. The second type of drag is induced drag. Now, it is a physical fact that no system that does work mechanically can be 100% efficient, meaning that the required work is obtained at the expense of additional work that gets lost in the system. So this drag is always present when lift occurs. Now, weight is the force that pulls the plane downward due to gravity. The more mass a plane has, the more weight it has. And the more weight means the more lift it is needed to get off the ground. And lastly, lift is what allows the plane to actually leave the ground. Lift is created when air moves rapidly over the wings and downward, creating lift with a greater force than gravity. There are 2 ways lift is created. The first way is as the plane moves forward, the curved wing pulls the air around and downward. The air on top of the wing is forced to cover a larger surface area or spread out more, which reduces the air pressure on top. And on the bottom, air is kind of squished together, which increases the air pressure on the bottom. Now, Newton's 3rd law of motion states that every action has an equal and opposite reaction, which explains the second way lift is created. So the air gives an upward lift to the plane, so the plane gives a downward force to the air. As you may have noticed, the wings aren't perfectly horizontal, but are actually slightly angled. So they're designed like this, so they hit the air at an angle that forces the air downward. Now, with all 4 forces combined, the plane has the ability to lift off the ground and fly through the air.